Hi everyone, I am the Royal Palace of Madrid. As an English told me yesterday that he was pretty upset and obsessed about Madrid just because the fact that everything is so big. I did not really comprehend why until I toured the city. All buildings, everything is so big, especially the castle. It is 3,418 rooms or 4,300 rooms inside of this palace. I don't remember. Señora, yo estoy en la fila.
Ay, perdón.
And I'm so sorry, but like this one is just things that it's not a fucking line. I'm sorry. I'm waiting to enter to Royal Palace of Madrid. Here is the Royal Palace of the Queen of Spain. This is the Royal Chapel of the Castle, and on the other side of the castle is the Royal Theater, which is so big. I'm impressed just because of the fact that Spain wasn't one of the huge powers, imperial powers, and now it is now one of the most developed countries in the world. They used to have a lot of resources. I can say that it is bad administration of the country. Kings in the past used to then use reserves or the money in a good way, like I don't know, or the British monarchs, that because England it's so well developed, but not this. And I did not get it what he said until I see it. Basically, Madrid is just a town to demonstrate to the other royal powers that it is great city. Probably is one of the safest cities on the whole Europe and obviously in Spain, but it's just a monumental city, not what it should show to the world and what it should show to the other non-developed countries. Because now, for example, the economy of Spain is comparated to Mexico. Mexico has been developed since the 1990s, basically to the 21st century to 2020, 2021. We were the 10th economy in the world, just below Spain. And last year, in 2022, we surpassed the Spaniard economy. So I have to say to imperial powers that now countries that are undeveloped have surpassed and have shown to the world that even if you administrate your resources in a better way, you can have or produce even more. And I'm not saying that my country is the most developed in the world, because we lack many infrastructure that is vital to the country, like trains, highways, and many other things. But on the north side of my country, it's pretty developed. Like I have felt the same thing over here, because Barcelona, it is so well developed. But when you try to travel with train to the south, it is pretty bad. I mean, my train from Barcelona to Granada was supposed to be just 3 hours and 30 minutes, and it took me 12 hours to get over there. I know that we were in summer and like lines, the train lines might be, or the railroads might be pretty busy, but not as it should be on a developed or industrialized country like I thought that Spain was. I feel like here the community it's so well integrated. I'm not talking about the hate against the Muslim people, but everyone or all Latins over here are so welcome, and I think Spain can turn that bad administration that I had in the past to a better creation or renovation of the status of being a developed country, because that was one of the main reasons that Spain, Portugal, and Italy were not part of the European Union. If I will remember, they unite with the European Union until 2001, and it's due to bad economic problems that they had. Like, I understand that this country passed through extreme right dictatorial power in the 1900s, but even though that they had too many resources and too many money, that it has never been well administered. Now I'm at the main plaza of the palace. Here's my bag, and now you can see the church and the palace in my bag. If you're a student and you're under 26 years old, the pass costs €6. If you get your ticket, it's previously, and you don't wait online, or you want to skip the line, it's €12. Obviously, I did not know that it was cheaper coming over here, so I did not get my ticket online, and I get it over here, and it was actually cheaper. What can I say of this? Well, this palace is comparated to the Royal Palace of Madrid because it's too huge. The main plaza of the kingdom, it's great. It has arcs on that side, and over the side it's like a cliff because this one is located on top of a column. Many other arts with the official library of the Royal Palace and the kitchen, and that side here it's where the queen and the king live until today. If I will remember, it has a different process than many other kingdoms. The last king had to resign due to political interference and acceptation of the people. So I believe his son is the one who's in power, but I will tell you in a second. What can I say? It shows that this palace has symbolic emblems of this country. It's made with some marble and with granite stones. It is pretty. I feel like all castles are symbolic part of the country, but also to the world, so we all should keep these many other generations so they know and they don't repeat the same mistakes that obviously in the past had been committed. I don't know. This, let me show you this view. Wait. As I say, it's at the top of the well, the king's name is Felipe VI, and his father was Juan Carlos I, which was a bad ruler to the country, was not well administrated. He was condemned by many of the actions of the economic crisis of 2008 for the Spanish government, which caused a constitutional dissolution, and the Parliament of Spain worked to create more ways to condemn the royal powers to have obviously well distributed the kingdom's resources. And when Juan Carlos the first abdicated to the throne on 2014, his son took power of the country, which called for constitutional reform on 2017, and this has demonstrated that he's a better figure or the best head of a state. Obviously, many Spanish are still pretty upset about Juan Carlos I, just because of the fact that when this country was on crisis, he was on Africa hunting, and obviously that was a huge mistake because everyone knew on the news that he fell off an elephant, so he broke one of his bones or something like that, and he was taking pictures with an elephant, a killed elephant that he killed. So that caused many internal problems inside of Spain, but now supposedly things are changing, and to demonstrate that his son, the king right now, it's better head of the state. The queen, she was a famous former journalist, the Queen Leticia. She is from Asturias, which is at the north of Spain. It's a region of Spain, which my family from my dad's side is where they are from. Actually, these kings right now are part of the Asturias house. So even if he was from Asturias, the kings right now of Spain are actually also from that region, which to me it means a lot, just because the fact that I know the divisions that are on the north of Spain and on the south of Spain. As I said on my video right now, that I felt so well integrated the city. If my grandpa hear me or my grandfather hear me that I talk so many wild things about the Muslim communities, he would basically hate me just because of the fact that on the north they have that separation feeling against the Gitanos and the Arabic or the Muslim people. But either way, times change. I'm studying a different thing that he did. He didn't even get a degree because when he was a child, he had to flew Spain due to the Civil War because he didn't know wanted to be on the military or be a rebel. So that's how he ended up in America. say red represents power, and that's one of the main colors of Spain to represent to other kingdoms a powerful influence country, which in the past it was an expensive color to wear. As we can see, these certain is rough. So here we can see two lions at the main entrance. It's pretty symbolic of imperial powers. You can see a lot of holes. Represent justice for you. On the center, symbolic symbol of Spain. All the kingdoms have a lion. The emperor's message here on these paints, you can see Royal Palace of Madrid first, which is in the middle. The ex-queen, and obviously the sun, which is in the king of Spain. In this room in 1995, the King Juan Carlos I signed a decree to unify Spain to the symbolic European Union, which create the Treaty of Accession of Spain to the European Community. Here is the queen who unifies or the unification of Spain with the kingdom of Granada. She was so amazed about the Alhambra that she wanted to be actually buried on Granada, not over here on Madrid. But her child wanted to move away from Granada to create this monumental city on the middle of Spain to represent the power and all the unification of the Union. Which to her was, it would be a great mistake just because of the fact that she knew that the Palace of Granada, the Alhambra, was the most beautiful thing that she ever had seen. Well, this palace is so huge, and now I know why they don't let you obviously take videos or photos inside of it. Everything is so expensive. I mean, I'm impressed. Not even on Versailles, like they were like so restricted. Obviously, this is still the house of the king and the queen, so for their security, they don't let you take photos and videos or anything like that. But I'm impressed and amazed with the size of the rooms, how this thing is still real preserved. And now today, this palace is a palace of all Spaniards, even if it's a house or the royal house of the queen and the king. The crown has me amazed, the size, and like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just so impressive and amazing. Our rooms are designed with different colors, like on Versailles and on the Royal Palace of Caserta. But this one, it has me really impressed. Just because of the fact that all the silk and all the things that are on the walls are really kind of expensive just because of materials. Like one room, it has a blue curtains, which are so expensive because blue, it's a must. Blue and purple are one of the most expensive colors to actually put in the silk, just because of the fact that I think it's just 2 places in the world that you can actually find those kind of colors. And the only place that you can take photos and videos is right here. I don't know, I'm just amazed. Now I get why obviously the Spaniards wanted to have a change, a real change, and I saw and read the application letter of Juan Carlos I. Here is my friend, the lion, the keeper of the keys. And what can I say? This obviously means a lot to me because many of these resources are how this palace was built on was money from the colonies and money from all the Spaniard surveys. And I know that now they are trying to change that. They created a new constitution in which the king proclaimed that he would be more secure or try to do more things for his country, not like in the past. But to me, it is still showing that this has more power, and I'm amazed. Most of the collections that are inside were transferred to one king to another, from this kingdom to France to England. I saw one of the silverware that was from the 18th century from here, and then they succeeded to Queen Elizabeth II, and then they used Victoria as a here. I saw another silverware that when Spanish were in a war in the 18th century, it was supposedly get damaged, and many people took or stole some of these reliquaries, and now they're saying that they're not complete. But to me, it's absurd because obviously at least the people want to have something back. Not all of the things that obviously the kings, I'm not saying that they have stole, but they took many of the Spaniard resources just to have this beauty. And I mean, obviously this is so beautiful. Over here, it is a royal chapel, which I couldn't take pictures or photos. I was so impressed and so amazed about the paint and like the table from obviously the priest and everything like that, the altar and all of that kind of stuff, because everything was basically colored on gold or paint in different materials that are so expensive. So again, Madrid is built to show power and to show greatness, but you don't need to show that much to show what you people really use. And at least now the king is trying to change that. And as I read on his memo of taking power to deputies and the senators of Spain, he said that he wanted to change this for the benefit of the Spaniards, not for the benefit of the monarchy. He wants to improve science, education, and he wants to be a better king, like the Belgian kings, because they are really servants for its country. So now, congratulations to the King of Spain to trying to be a real head of the state and taking a different position, not taking a position or not a best head of the state like his father was. I'm sorry, we need to tell Congress of this. We need to do corporations, and I know that the US is not the best country or the worst, but at least we have a democracy. And 15 years ago over here, it was not really a democracy because the king used to do whatever he wants. And as I say, while Spain was actually almost broke, the king was hunting in Africa and obviously got exposed due to his health. And when he succeeded, he asked for pardon and asked for exchange, which he said that his son with young blood and young energy will try to fix the problems that the kingdom and its people have been suffering on. Well, guys, as y'all know, I want to be a diplomat or an ambassador or whatever it means. So I hope one day we can come inside of this castle again with the diplomatic boys, not just as a student guy who wants to keep working and just criticize. I guess my trip is all to be done, but I'm really excited, or not excited really, to come back home, but I'm impressed on what this travel has been to me. I learned about different cultures about Europe, and I know that some of my critiques were against the imperial powers, but I mean, that's why I studied political science, to critique and to give my point of view to many people, and it's just, I mean, it's just my opinion. That's the beauty of the life. We don't need to agree on everything or disagree on everything. This is my point of view because, as I say, I'm Mexican, and I mean, I know that most of my culture, even the language and everything, came from here, but obviously some of the most important relics from my country were stolen and taken from many of the imperial powers. Thankfully, we were granted with the independence and freedom from the Spanish crown around 300 years ago, but to me, it means that my language and most of my culture has obviously some part of this kingdom. I know corruption and many other stuff in my country is still happening, even if you're not part of the kingdom of Spain. They will probably say that we heritage most of the bureaucracy and things that it happens over here in Spain. So, I mean, most of the time you don't heritage the beauty, you also heritage the worst things. So to me, now that I had traveled around Europe, I want to change some parts of my life. I want to be a better person, come into cities like France, like Paris, like Granada and Brussels has shown me the humanistic way of things, or how we see each others. And to me, I feel like many Americans have to experience this because over there we don't think on the human point of living. Many Americans think that everything has to be money, time, and value. We never take our time to just be enjoying places like this. I mean, I'm not saying that in the US we have beautiful palace, but we have beautiful places to go visit and to know, or not just inside of America, because as Americans and as the dollar has a greater value than many other currencies, we have many opportunities that most of the people around the world lacked on. So to all my friends, do not keep your money on your bank accounts. I mean, I know that you need to have a reserve, but travel around the world, travel and meet people from different cultures, learn about each different culture, because you become a part of each culture that you visit. it develops a greater thinking in how you see the things. I mean, to me, Washington D.C. demonstrates a lot of power around the world, even if it's just the capital of the U.S. But it shows how the country has built, and to me, Madrid is the same to Spain. The only difference is that Madrid is located on the main center of the Spain, and basically they try to do what Rome symbolized to the Roman Empire, or now to Italy, being on the center of the country. Supposedly that our roads take you to Rome. Basically, the Spaniard kings, when they transferred the capital from Granada through here, they tried to do that. That's the reason that they tried to show power, like this emblematic castle, like this emblematic church, or many of the buildings around the city used. They wanted to show power, greatness, and hugeness. I mean, now we need to transform that to develop science, better health benefits or medicines to everyone. And I mean, Spanish kings now are trying to change that ideology of just the greatness of Spain. They are trying to change it of the greatness of the humanity. So again, I feel like that's an important step to move forward, to look for better resources for everyone else. So I will continue this video with a short interview to a Brazilian woman who I met at my hostel. She has pretty important things to talk with, just because the fact that she told me about many humanistic ways to see life. She told me that we don't need to care about anyone else, and I mean, obviously we need to care about them, but we should never criticize them. We always need to accept everyone how it is, even if you're a criminal, even if you are a homosexual, gay, or whatever you are just so human. And that was my main thing to go into Brussels. And I mean, I couldn't interview a person over there, but thankfully I found her over here. So I will try to talk to her as shorter that I can, but as many important things that I want to talk to her about. How living in Europe is, how her ideas are trying to change my mind, because she talked me about some projects that are going on right here on Europe, like a co-living place, which basically is kind of like an apartment or like a hostel, but you have the opportunity to have a gym, pool, kitchen, and everything like that, and also have your place to work, have a place to meet people from all around the world, to learn new languages. She's an English professor, and used to keep working inside of the same place. That probably would be some kind of expensive, but it is a new futuristic way, and see how co-living and co-working with people from all around the world, it's giving some ideas to try to express it to people in the US, or obviously around the world, just to share ideas and create this feeling of, if you have a problem, we can help you to solve this problem if we all work together.
No, my goodness.
Well guys, the castle is over. On this side is where is the official residency of the king and the queen. So on the front part, that is the part that you can tour on. Uh, it is totally worth it to me, just to know about the history and to see like the power it demonstrates is paying to different to the other crowns. I feel like I should have the opportunity to go to London and visit Buckingham Palace or know a little bit more about the English crown. But to me, this one, know about this specific culture was pretty impressive. When I arrived here, I had the opportunity to see the royal guards that were in the entrance where the king lives. It was two armed guys with the uniforms from Spain, and two of the royal guards, which were on horses with some kind of blade. I'm amazed to see that they still do these appearances, and today, thankfully, like, it is not that hot. We are kind of on the 85s or probably 90s, but yesterday and the day that I arrived to Madrid, we were on 110, so it was a pretty hot day. See, here's the Teatro Real, which is the Royal Theater. As I say again, this shows the idea of this empire of create everything so big. As my classmates, my professors and I visited the Royal Palace of Caserta, which was a symbol from the Bourbons kings to show to the Kingdom of France the imperial power that Spaniard used to have, showing the magnificence of this big building representing the bigness of the kingdom. And now I feel like this city has to keep preserved and keep in a good way, feeling that a strong cultural community. But probably, to me, I like the representation from Granada, just because of the fact that over there it feels the real unification with the Muslim, the Jewish, and the Catholics. And over here, you don't see that greatness community of Muslim people. I had seen Muslim people, I had seen Arabics, and I guess some Jewish, but again, all the European Union is going through some extreme right hateness and political movement, just because of the fact that they are promising about change immigration policies and many other staffs that all the northern states are suffering. But I guess it's not suffering, it's, to me, immigration is not a suffering. It's most of the immigrants are trying to flee to countries which have a lack of a great labor community. And I'm sorry, but immigrants are the ones we are the ones who fulfill that necessity of a greater or stronger labor part of all countries. So I'm sorry to all Europeans or to all Americans that are opposing to immigration. To me, it amazes me how the Prime Minister of Canada, even if Canada is part of the Commonwealth of the English Kingdom, he refuses the idea of being against the immigration, and he has done many other steps to host more immigrants around the world. They are fleeing to Canada. I mean, Canada is one of the most developed countries, and it has such a great economy. But I know that they lack of labor because the country is not that growing population. So I mean, obviously, that his prime minister is pro-immigration just because of the fact that he knows that they need and they require that fulfillment of labor. So I'm sorry, but that's such a great idea to try to get more people together to have a better future country to all the Canadians, and obviously that at the end it benefits everyone, because we don't know, but most of some of the American products that we use are coming in from Canada, and I feel like we all, or the states that are having this same issue, they should act in the good path, not on the extreme right path. And I'm not saying that I'm a left, that I'm a Democrat. I'm just saying that we should all be a little bit centered and just think about the future of our economy, the future of the conditions that people are suffering in the countries. Because to me, it is a lie that they think that all immigrants are bad people from their country, that they're fleeing from the country. That's a lie. Immigrants are looking for hope, for a better economic sources, a better education. To me, that's what my family did, and I feel proud of it, because I mean, I have a better education that I might had in Mexico. So obviously, to me, immigrants are humans. We are humans. We are the same. We don't lack of anything that can fulfill the difference in each country. So please, if you know any immigrants, even if they're legal or illegal, do not judge them. Don't judge immigrants, because passing through an immigratory process, left your home country, left your culture, it is hard. It is not simple to get to a country in which you don't know the language, in which you don't know the culture. And when you become an immigrant, you need to open your mind to actually become a part or an important part of a country that you're emigrating to. So thank you to my parents who showed me this opportunity, and to all my professors that had teach me that we never have to be ignorant about immigration. Thank you to Professor Issa to show me her point of view after she immigrated from Italy, and that she literally taught me from the first hand how is the Italian living, the European living, and how she had become now an American, but never forgetting that she's from Italy and her roots are always going to be Italian.